flexing on these niggas, every bone and muscle. Steady taking shots, never.
What's up, guys? So we're just gonna get right into the video. Today I'm gonna be doing a first impressions and a wear test on this Maybelline Super Stay 24-hour foundation. I kind of ripped the tag off when I swatched it. I've already tried this foundation. However, I tried it yesterday and my day just went kind of left, so I didn't get to like come back and show you guys again. So I want to do it again so you guys can see the wear test, and also so I can try something different with this foundation, because yesterday I think I just got a little too heavy-handed with the concealer, so I feel like that may have affected it. So we're gonna give it another try, and I'm gonna give you guys my honest opinion and thoughts. The foundation itself, I believe, was $10. If not, I'll link it down below, as well as a link to the shade. I also have another Maybelline foundation in the Fit Me, and I used the 335 Coconut, and I got the same shade in this, and this is a pretty nice shade. So we're just gonna jump right into it. So it has glass packaging. I know I'm really late on this review, but I'm actually really excited about it. Glass packaging, and it comes with a pump. We love a pump. I've already also primed my face with the NYX Hydrating Primer and then Smashbox OG Photo Finish Primer. I love the combination. I actually have some foundation tips for you guys coming up, so look out for that. So I'm going to take this brush. This is the brush I used yesterday to put it on, and I'm just going to do 2 pumps. That's how many I used yesterday. And I'm going to start by just spreading it out. And this is supposed to be a full coverage foundation, so we'll see. I'll be the judge of that. And I'm just gonna save the rest of the foundation in case I need it. And I'm gonna blend this foundation out with my Sigma Flat Kabuki brush, the F80 brush, and it's the same brush I used to do it yesterday with. I'm not gonna use a beauty blender or like do half of my face with a beauty blender, just because I typically don't use a beauty blender. I use a brush to blend out my foundation. But as you guys know, if you saw my foundation routine, you know sometimes after I'm done with the brush, I'll go back and blend it out with the beauty blender as well, just to make sure everything's even. Okay, so this is pretty nice coverage. It covered a lot of the scarring on this cheek. There's still a little bit of pigment coming through in the back, but for the most part it's pretty nice. So I'd say this is more of a medium to full coverage, and you could probably build this up. I'm also noticing that it's setting really fast. Like, this is really matte. Like, this foundation is matte. Matte, 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 matte. I'm gonna put some more of this foundation on my face. Okay, this foundation is really matte. I have dry skin, so I usually don't go for matte foundations, but because it's so matte, this may be a great summer foundation that I don't have to set with powder, because that's actually what I hate most about foundation during the summer, is setting it with powder, and I have dry skin. It just feels so cakey, but I kind of like this. I still think the color is off, well, in my monitor it looks off, but in my mirror it doesn't look that bad. I'll know for sure once I go outside and look in natural lighting. But it actually doesn't look that bad. I'm getting pretty dark right now, so it still looks good. So far, I like it. It's relatively full coverage, almost medium to full, depending on the depth of the pigment that you're covering on your face. It's a relatively nice coverage. It's very matte. Like, this has dried down to a matte finish. It's some transfer on there, but I so far like it. I so far can do this. Like, this isn't too dry. Like, it doesn't feel heavy matte on my face. Like my face is gonna start cracking because I've tried foundations that matte. this feels like good. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, concealer, contour, and all the other things. And if something happens like in between while I'm doing those things, I'm gonna come back on camera and like show them to you guys, so we have everything. I just don't want to do my whole foundation routine on camera, but you can check it out in the cards or link down below. I'll be back. Alright guys, so this is the final look, and so far I like the foundation. It's very matte. Like I said, it sets very quickly, so you will need to work quickly. Right now I'm feeling like this will again be a good summer foundation, just because I didn't have to set the rest of my face and I don't feel like it's gonna crease. I only set under my eyes and my smile lines, the bridge of my nose, and my forehead. Everything else didn't get set with powder. I went ahead and finished contouring, and it seemed that all the products worked well. Now, the one thing I will say that I noticed is I used the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer, and that is already like a semi-matte or a demi-matte concealer. So that concealer on top of this will give you like the perfect matte under eye, especially if that's what you really like. These two together will give you that matte under eye. I tend not to like matte under eyes just because I have dry skin, and I also have heavy creasing from years of wearing glasses and no sunscreen, so usually that's not a thing for me, but I look good, so I'm happy that I look good. And I like this foundation right now just because it's matte and I didn't have to set it with powder, so my face doesn't feel heavy or cakey. I did set it with a little bit of my Fix Plus just to seal everything in, and that made it even look more skin-like as far as I'm concerned. It is very, very matte, so like just keep that up. But like I said, it's not a crunchy matte, it's not a matte that makes you feel dry, and I have dry skin, so like I don't feel dry, I just feel matte. So right now it is 3:29. I've actually already had this foundation on for an hour. I had to do some other stuff while trying to film the eyes, or while trying to film the rest of the eyes and hair and all that stuff. So I've already had the foundation on for about an hour. I have to go to work, so I'll probably be home around 10, 11 o'clock-ish, and I'll come back and give you guys an update about how the foundation lasts, how it wears, and all that jazz, and I'll give you my final thoughts on the foundation. Okay, what's up guys? It's me, and I apologize for the hat, but it's raining outside and I got wet. It's also I don't really have on a top, but I wanted to come back and show you guys the foundation. And so as you can see, like it's actually pretty good, except for my smile lines. And you want to know something crazy is I just learned a trick for my smile lines, and I'm gonna try it out on another day. I don't want to try it out for this video because I wanted to keep my foundation routine like something familiar. So this is what the foundation is looking like right now. I really like this foundation. I think this is gonna be a great summer foundation for me, just because one, it's inexpensive, and two, it's so matte that I don't have to set it. Like I'm not melting. The only thing I noticed is my nose still got a little oily. So well, that's the only thing on my face that gets oily. I get it from my father, so I'm not really sure how it would hold up if you do have oily skin all over. I would definitely give this foundation a try though. Like I think this foundation is worth the effort. Like it was relatively nice. The finish is really nice, and it's not so matte that it's uncomfortable. It's a comfortable matte, like truly it is. So I say this is a win. You guys are gonna see more of this foundation on there because I really like this. I may have to switch up the color just because I feel like the color makes me look a little light on top of my concealer. I'm also getting like darker in general. I spend a lot of time outside now. It's very hot down here, so I'm excited. As far as my forehead goes, sorry, it was raining, so my like closure got messed up, but this my forehead. And that's really it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I apologize about this ending, but I just got off work, so as you can imagine, I'm tired. I don't really feel like setting everything back up again, but I got it done today, guys. So make sure you subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if you tried this foundation yourself. What were your thoughts on it? And I'll see you guys in the next one.